welcome to the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and Center Park Stadium. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Condors and the Georgia State Panthers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Before the game, the Panthers head coach was able to tell me he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Reese?
Okay, Holly. And it'll be the Condors will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Panthers offense has the ball first today. And we take a look at a guy who didn't burn up the recruiting rankings, but man, is he being productive. Fought his way through a lot of competition in camp and ended up winning the running back job for the opener. Snags it quickly on the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're
turning it on. Got enough for the first. The 40. The 20. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Georgia State. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Condors offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. Pulls it on the option. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
Now on the option. Doing it himself again. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for room. It's Butler. Breaks into the open. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. Give him 96. It's for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, ready. 1, 18, go!
They'll give it to him again. There's a crease.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force-feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people in the box. So, nice job by this defense, seeing the ball, spit out wide to a playmaker.
Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the...
He gets it in! Touchdown, Georgia State! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's King. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Leaves it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Buys a little extra time. Did the work himself. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB, dropping back to pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
The keeper on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Maybe a crease. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll pull it down and run. Inside the 45. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with fourth. And it'll be the Condors send out the punt unit. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Creates a little room, and he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Give him 114 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. He wants to change this route. Brown wants to pass. Caught close to the marker, it's Butler. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Run in the red zone, it's Butler. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Panthers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded. You were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
And that one is picked off in the end zone.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Pulls it again on the option. Makes it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Hand off from the gun. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll try the run. Got a little grass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's the pressure. Still looking. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Brown will throw it. Hits the open man. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Panthers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Unloads quickly. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Slithers into space. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. The Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. That's reeled in. It's McGee. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Quick spin. Made him miss again. He's got 50 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Got his man downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield, it's right. Under fire. And he was flat. Missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this one is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Murray. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Escapes the pressure to his right. Open space at the 25. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Oh, they're after him. Trying to set up the screen. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Brown wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And the offense will stay out there for one more play with 1 second remaining in the first half. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Colorado, taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quickly to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And it'll be the Condors who will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for room. It's Butler. There he goes. Touchdown, Panthers! Once he got some room, it was over.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Here comes the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
At the 40, there he goes. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
He'll do it himself. Oh, it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Condors with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Some misdirection with the counter. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Might have a chance. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Condors! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run on the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, down here on the Georgia State sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today, over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Thanks, Howie. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sure hands, it's Avery. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Brown will throw it. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, momentum is a real thing in college football, and you're seeing it shift here in the third quarter. The defense just forced a 3-and-out. Their offense scored a touchdown the last time out. We've got a close game, but all the momentum is squarely now on their side.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes the easy completion. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. Fourth down is coming. And it'll be the We'll send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3-and-out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Got it behind the line. It's Butler. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Tries to get it on the ground. Maybe some room here. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Looking for space. It's Murray.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
It'll be third and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Brown wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Panthers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Murray. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Caught over the middle. It's Perkins. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Condors moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking down the middle. And the missed connection on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And he got it! And they've made it a one-possession game here in the fourth quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. On the move to his left. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Washington. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Panthers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Go! And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first